The laptops that were introduced at the Microsoft event are perhaps the most important and faithful Windows laptops of the last few years. But why? Microsoft has been trying to improve and expand its operating system based on ARM architecture for about 12 years. And well, we all know that it was not successful. But because of its poor performance, it lost a significant part of the laptop market to Apple. The reason for the importance and current superiority of ARM compared to x86 is more efficiency, a smaller volume, and as a result, longer battery life and lighter laptops. Even if the company wants to, it can bring the performance of plugged and unplugged closer together, which multiplies the portability and usability of the laptop. So, where's the Microsoft problem? Software development for x86 is different from ARM, and most apps are already developed for x86. Apple was able to solve this problem to a large extent with a strong emulator and encouraging developers in the first year. But the work for Microsoft was not so simple, because there was no special focus on it and the chips and laptops offered did not encourage developers at all. But now with the Snapdragon X Elite and Microsoft's focus on this era, has something new happened? To understand it, it is better to review the Microsoft laptop itself, Surface Laptop 7. Let's start with the hardware. Surface Laptop 7 comes with two versions, a Snapdragon X Elite and X Plus chips, which we focus on X Elite in this video. 16 to 64 GB of LPDDR5X RAM with 512 GB to 2 TB of M2 memory. This means that the basic version is worth buying, and the basic version with a Snapdragon X Elite is almost the same price as the efficient version of MacBook Air. I mean 16 GB RAM model. The advantage of Surface here is the upgradability of SSD, which of course Microsoft doesn't like very much. Let's see some numbers. A Snapdragon X Elite has only 12 powerful cores, whose frequency increases to 4.2 GHz. But they also play the role of efficiency cores for doing light tasks by reducing the frequency. In Geekbench 6 benchmark and single-core performance, the M3 is 4% stronger, but the Core Ultra is 21% weaker. But in multi-core, X Elite beats M3 by 29% and Core Ultra by 22%. In Cinebench, the difference increases with M3, but with Core Ultra, it decreases drastically, and they are almost equal. But still the ranking does not change. In my opinion, pay more attention to multi-core, because you more use it in heavy work. A Snapdragon isn't so good in graphic. That's right, 8% better than Intel, and the difference with M3 is only 10%. But it is not optimal at all, and you have to completely forget about playing with it, and you can't trust it even in some heavy graphic tasks. Of course, this is mostly because of Windows. Still, many softwares are not compatible with ARM, and few games have been developed for it. You can run x86 softwares, but you will not get ideal performance at all. It's better than before, but Microsoft still needs to work. In my opinion, check the software you're using that has an ARM version, and if they don't, this is not a good choice for now. A Snapdragon X Elite has a very strong NPU, which is about 250% better than M3. NPU is used in AI processors, and Microsoft calls laptops with NPU Copilot Plus PC, which has considered features specific to these hardwares. But to be honest, it's not much of a game changer right now. Watch the expert reviews of Copilot Plus. It's really good, but I don't think it should be prioritized. But there is also a whole laptop around this hardware. The design is still the same old, minimal, and lovely Surface style. The entire body is made of aluminum, it is thicker than MacBook Air, but it doesn't reduce anything from its portability, it is light and has a high build quality. It has a fan, it heats up less than the MacBook Air, but it is not silent. The keyboard of the previous generation was very good. Now it is even better and has a very good depth and click. It also includes Copilot key. The touchpad is large, glass, fast, and supports gestures. The main change has happened in the display. where the edges have become much smaller and now 86% of the panel is the display. The display itself is excellent, equal to MacBook and even better. A 13.8 or 15-inch screen, IPS 267 ppi that fully supports DCI-P3 color space. This is also a touchscreen, but it doesn't support Surface stylus. As expected, sharp with accurate colors and good contrast. Its brightness reaches up to 600 nits, which is completely satisfactory, but it is highly reflective and this is quite annoying in open spaces. It is completely mirror, but the speaker is great. It has good sharpness and surround sound, but the bass is less than MacBook. The ports are sufficient but not perfect. 2 Thunderbolt 4, 1 USB-A 3.2, 3.5mm audio jack, and Surface Connect. Compared to MacBook, it has USB-A and Wi-Fi 7. Its webcam is 1080p, it has good quality, it also has AI features such as blurring the background, and the Windows Hello sensors are still fast and safe. The battery is one of the most important advantages of this laptop, where it is much better than other Windows laptops and even better than MacBook. However, in semi-heavy use, it doesn't need to be charged until the end of the day, but I'll give the MacBook an edge, because the plugged and unplugged performance of this device is different, contrary to my expectations. And this is very important. In general, if I want to summarize, this chip and this laptop surprised me. Because before this, even thinking about a Windows ARM laptop was not very logical. But now, if you are not a gamer and you do not use software that does not have an ARM version, which of course there are not a few, laptops with this chip, especially the Surface laptop, are worth buying. What do you think? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like it, and if you like my content, subscribe to my channel. Goodbye, see you next video.